Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Off camera, I grinded up to level 50, and while I was grinding, I found the Nobody Guard for Goofy, which is really good because it has 8 strength, which is a really high strength, especially for a shield for Goofy. But also, I got to level 50 to get to Second Chance, or to unlock Second Chance, which, as it says, ensures 1 HP after taking critical damage, or whatever it said. So basically, there's going to be a lot of boss fights in this episode, so I decided to get Second Chance, on the off chance, or on the probably good chance, that a boss uses a strong attack on me. That way, if it's strong enough to kill me, it'll just leave me with 1 HP, and if I have enough magic, I can just cure myself instead of just dying straight up. So Second Chance and Once More work really well together. They really keep you from dying from a lot of attacks, and like I said, all the boss fights in this episode, they don't make it necessary to use those two abilities, but they make them very valuable. But over here, we're going to be getting probably some of the coolest cutscenes in the entire game.
Donald! Goofy! Huh? A Keyblade?
You know, every once in a while there is a boss fight that needs to be experienced and definitely not talked over. I just want to let you know that this is a Final Mix exclusive boss fight, and like I said, you really should experience it rather than have me talk over it.
Who are you?
Someone from the dark.
You can't be Riku.
Riku. I defeated a Riku once.
You what?
Tell me. Tell me why he picked you. I see. That's why.
知りたいか。君は何も感じない。実感できない。意味が欲しいか。
ロクサス。
新しい君だ。
やっとお目覚めかい？
アクセル。
いや、眠りにつくのかもな。もうすぐこうして意識だけの会話さえできなくなる。
元の自分の姿に戻るんだな。
ずっと考えてた。ナミネも言ってたんだ。ロクサス、お前には心があるんじゃないか。いや、俺やナミネにも。俺たちには本当に心はないのか。
それは俺にもわからない。
そうだよな。
でも心なんて見えるものじゃない、感じるものじゃないかなって思い始めたんだ。だとしたら、いや、今はやめとく。
なんだよ肝心なとこで。
答えは空が見つけるよ。あいつは俺だから。
そうだな。
あ
懐かしいな。記憶してるか？初めて会った時、お前に新しい名前がついた日、こうしてここから夕日を見たんだ。
ああ、俺の故郷だ。みんな、ハイネ、ピンツ、オレット、元気かな？
また会いに行けばいいさ。答えを探しにな。
うん。だからもう行かなくちゃ。空が待ってる。
ああ、そうだな。やっぱこのアイスしょっぱいな。
またな、アクセル。
またな、相棒。
You make a good other.
You make a good other.
Are you okay?
What just happened?
Gorsh, I don't know. You just disappeared. Then me and Donald had to fight some nobodies.
Oh, he said he defeated Riku.
Who said that?
That guy in the black coat.
But nobody can defeat Riku.
Yeah, you're right.
A black coat means Organization 13. He must have been trying to trick you.
Yeah, that must be why we didn't see him.
Huh?
You must be tired, Sora.
Come on, let's just find a way to get into that castle.
You know, I'm really surprised to see that cutscene in there with Axel and Roxas, and now that I think about it, I haven't really gotten to sit down and think about it too much. I don't know when that cutscene would have taken place, but I'm going to go ahead and equip the 2 Become 1 Keyblade. Basically, that was not in the original version of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm going to go ahead and equip the Combo Master ability, which essentially, if you miss a combo or an attack in your combo, you can continue attacking, which is a really valuable ability to equip. But the 2 Become 1 Keyblade, basically, every time you're in combat and you decide to turn into a form, you will turn into either anti-form or final form, and final form is the final form that we're going to be turning into. In the original version of Kingdom Hearts 2, after that fight there with Roxas, that is when you would basically have a chance of turning into final form, but it was only a very small chance as far as I remember anyway, so I guess they put 2 Become 1 in there to make it, you know, a little bit more fair to turn into final form.
Dead end?
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
No. Sora's in danger because of me. This way. Believe in yourself. Come on, hurry!
Kairi, we're almost there.
I have to wonder if the developers ever played Ocarina of Time, because they definitely took a page out of its book right there. But over here we get the Dark City map, which is really a map for a place that we've already been through. Over here to the left, though, there is a secret treasure chest, sort of, that has an Orichalcum Plus in it, which, like I said, you need that to get Ultima Weapon. That one took me absolutely forever to find.
Kairi, where are you?
Shh! Remember where we are. This is their stronghold.
Wait! Your Majesty!
Be careful. I think we got company.
Namine. There you are.
Namine?
Kairi, I'm afraid leaving is not an option. I'll take you to see Sora. You don't want that?
I do. More than anything. But not with you around.
If I had a heart, this would be where I'd die of laughter. You. Didn't Roxas take care of you?
You can take it from here, Riku.
Riku?
Wait!
Riku, you're really here?
You know, I'm not sure it would even be possible for me to explain how surprised I was the first time I saw that cutscene, the first time I played the game. What, way back in 2006? I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but I could not believe what was going on. I had no idea really what was going on in the first place. And we get a Twilight Crystal here. That's actually really good, because that's one of the things we need to synthesize Ultima Weapon. But this whole situation is allowing me now to bring up something I wanted to bring up a while back, but it was a spoiler. Back in the Land of Dragons, the Emperor said that a young man came to talk to him, and that was Riku. That guy we fought on top of the summit or whatever. It said the mysterious man, I think, when we fought him. That was Riku, of course. I think I said that was Riku. That was Riku. But if he is in his Ansem Seeker of Darkness form, I'm not really sure why the Emperor referred to him as a young man, because he would have looked like Ansem. I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm talking about, especially if you haven't played the game before. You probably wouldn't be able to, speculate on this, but if you do understand what I'm trying to say, I think either that's kind of like a continuity error, or I'm just not understanding something. But there we get, I like how there's a puzzle piece up there. We got the Cosmic Belt, which is actually a fairly good piece of equipment I will equip in just a second, but first I want to drop off all of my stuff at the Moogle shop and show you the Ultima recipe. It's all the way down here at the bottom of the list. We can't synthesize this right now, of course, mainly because we are short 2 Orichalcum Pluses, and I think we were missing a Dense Crystal as well. But I need to go ahead and not equip it in the accessory slot, but I need to equip that Cosmic Belt. It increases our defense a lot more than the Gaia Belt did, but we are sacrificing a little bit of elemental resistance, which is not that big of a deal. But here in the Hall of Empty Melodies, we're going to be getting a lot of cutscenes and a boss fight.
Sora, you've done well.
Where's Kairi?
Who knows? I expect she's catching up with her friend from the darkness.
What do you mean?
She doesn't need you anymore.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Well, you don't have to. But you can believe this. Organization 13 has no further use for you. Just look there. Our Kingdom Hearts. Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade bearer.
We gotta find!
But Kingdom Hearts!
Sora! Sora, it's really you!
Kairi!
Huh? You leave Sora alone! Sora...
Take it.
This time, I'll fight. You know Sora's completely hopeless without us. Come on, Riku.
Well, well. Will the intrusions never end?
Why, Pete, this castle is perfect. Perhaps we should acquire it.
Well, the setup is kinda nice, I guess. But what about all the Heartless? Oh, this in-between world, it's way too close to the darkness. They ain't gonna listen to us here.
Once again, you underestimate me.
It's been too long, my friend.
Ansem the Wise, why didn't you come to me before things got so bad?
Xemnas, the organization superior, is the nobody of Xehanort, my foremost apprentice. The burden was mine to bear.
Is that all?
I won't deny there was more. I was obsessed with thoughts of revenge. My apprentices stole everything precious to me. My research and my pride.
I can't help you with revenge.
I know. Riku's told me 1,000 times.
Where is he?
He must be with his friends by now. Riku was a great help to me. I found him wandering the darkness after you and he lost track of each other.
Gosh, we didn't lose each other exactly. Riku left, well, because Xehanort's Heartless was still inside his heart, troubling him. And he sure must have been suffering. But what I don't understand is why he looks like that now, when he's still Riku at heart.
I am to blame. When I met Riku the first time, he still had the appearance of a boy. Probably because he had such a strong heart. I asked him to find a young man named Roxas from Organization 13 and bring him to me. When I told him it would help Sora awaken from his slumber, Riku left without a word. He fought Roxas, and I can only surmise Riku lost that fight. Riku must have realized then, to fight in the realm of darkness, he would have to immerse himself in that same darkness. And when he did, you saw what became of him. When Riku brought Roxas back to me, he was introducing himself as Ansem. If that was what it took to awaken his friend, he was ready to live in darkness. Riku was the victim of my revenge. How my heart ached. I could only laugh to hide my shame.
I guess it must have been after that when I saw Riku again. He said he wanted to help Sora, but he made me promise. Promise that Sora wouldn't ever find out about what happened to him while he was out in the darkness.
My friend, the time has come. I must make amends to these young people.
Get off! What's going on?
Have you been a good boy?
Show yourself!
Oh, it sounds like you haven't. Sora! Roxas!
Roxas? Hey, did he just call me Roxas?
You've really put Organization 13 in a pickle. I guess that must be why the Keyblade chose you. But man, did it pick a dud this time. You don't look like you're half the hero the others were.
Are you done rambling?
Rambling? As if. All I'm trying to tell you, traitor, is that your time is up.
Here he comes!
You really shouldn't have betrayed us. Gotcha now!
Now this fight with Xigbar always starts off with this feud on the sniper scope, or whatever this is supposed to be, but if you get the reaction command, he will come down here and allow you theoretically to attack him, but he teleports all over the place, which makes it a little bit hard at some points. It's not a hard fight overall, but there is one part that I will be sure to talk about if he actually goes into it. Sometimes he doesn't if you can beat him fast enough. But what I want to talk about actually has to do with the cutscene that started, or that was playing right before this fight started. Xigbar said something like, "You're not half the heroes the others were," which after playing Birth by Sleep, this is not really a spoiler, I mean, he's referring to, I think, the main characters of Birth by Sleep, which if that is actually what he's talking about, if there's not some other heroes that he's referring to that I can't think of, I cannot believe that they would have had any sort of inkling. I can kind of believe it, because they probably had a little bit of the story mapped out this far back, but it's just kind of cool, after playing all the other games, to see all these references to things that I never would have gotten back then. Like I said, they probably didn't have the story planned out that much back in the day, but it's just kind of cool to see that they had at least a little bit planned out. But his HP is getting dangerously low, usually when it gets down around the well, that was right on cue, I was going to say right around 1 HP bar, he'll go crazy berserk and just start shooting you everywhere. For some reason, I couldn't use a potion myself, but luckily I stocked Donald and Goofy with potions, which they probably saved me right there. This is actually, surprisingly enough, probably the easiest part to dodge in this entire berserk shooting that Xigbar is doing. All you have to do is run in a circle. Hopefully a little bit more will be enough to take him out, because if he does that again, and that was enough to take him out, and we got a maximum MP increase, I was going to say, I don't know if I have enough reserve potions to withstand another one of those attacks, but we made it out of there without dying, luckily.
Why did you call me Roxas?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hey, hold on!
Sora, it's tiny!
Uh-oh, they need our help.
Sora and Riku are together. We have no part to play here.
Gee, I wonder if Riku will ever change back.
Riku chose that form so he could use the power of darkness. It won't be easy.
Kairi, we're on our way.
So now we know at the beginning of the game why Ansem Seeker of Darkness was working with Diz, Ansem the Wise, except Ansem Seeker of Darkness was Riku in his Ansem Seeker of Darkness form, which it's kind of confusing to talk about, but it makes sense really when you think about it. The only thing is, in Rechain of Memories at the end, or like the entire point of Rechain of Memories in Riku's story was Riku like fighting off the darkness, especially the darkness inside of him that was still Ansem Seeker of Darkness. Eventually, though, he had to make, like, an ultimate sacrifice to help Sora, which I felt was always, like, a really tragic thing. He helped Sora, but in the process, he had to let the darkness overcome him.
Kingdom Hearts. Rejoice and feast on these hearts we offer. Shine your pale light on this empty realm. Share your power with all nobodies.
Xemnas, is Kingdom Hearts ready?
Very soon.
Then I can end this charade?
Indeed.
How I've waited to hear that.
Kairi, you are great!
Oh?
You are different, Kairi, but I'm just glad you're here.
You and Riku never came home, so I came looking for you.
I'm sorry.
This is real.
Wait, Ansem! I mean, Xehanort's heartless. I never thought for a second that I'd ever see you again. Just thinking about all the things you did makes me really mad. But you saved Kairi, right? I have to be grateful for that. Thanks.
Riku, don't go!
Huh?
Kairi, what did you just say?
Riku.
I'm no one, just a castaway from the darkness.
Sora, come here. Say something to him. Here. You'll understand. Close your eyes.
Riku! It's Riku. Riku's here. I looked for you.
Come on, Sora. You've got to pull it together.
I looked everywhere for you.
I didn't want you to find me.
But it was him that was helping us, wasn't it?
Huh?
Those clues we kept finding, that must have been Riku.
I was starting to worry you guys weren't ever gonna catch on. Sora never did pick the brightest friends.
What do you mean by that?
Why didn't you let me know you were okay?
I told you. I didn't want to be found. Not like this. I couldn't. I fought with Ansem, with Xehanort's Heartless. When it invaded my heart and I won. But to use the power of darkness, I had to become Ansem myself.
Does that mean you can't change back?
This battle isn't over. And until it is, I still need the power of darkness.
Then, let's finish it. You're still Riku, no matter what. So how about it? Think we can handle one last rumble together? The king's waiting.
Yeah! Let's get going!
Those lines from Sora right there, I looked everywhere for you. For some reason, those always get me, like, deep down in my core. I don't know why, it just does. But I'm gonna go ahead and equip Oblivion, we finally recovered that. We got that at like the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, and then in Rechain of Memories, they took it all away. But Oblivion is probably our strongest Keyblade overall right now. It has the same strength as Decisive Pumpkin and a little bit higher magic as well.
This spot should do.
What's this gadget for?
It's a device to reclaim Kingdom Hearts and encode it as data.
Not sure I get it.
I do not claim to know the outcome of this venture either. After all, hearts are unpredictable.
You know, I'm not really sure why Ansem thought he would be able to encode the entirety of Kingdom Hearts into data. I guess he doesn't know as much about the heart as he thought he did. But over there we got a Twilight puzzle piece, and over here we're going to be fighting the Gambler of Fate, which we all know at this point is going to be Luxord.
What's that?
It's the king and Diz. I mean, Ansem the Wise. They must be higher up. We better hurry.
I'd rather we just skip the formalities.
Now for my least favorite boss fight probably in the entire game. It's not really my least favorite boss fight, but I've never really been a big fan of it because at the beginning, he turns us into a die, and apparently it's more of a kind of a mini game than a boss fight, because as you see up there, we have a time gauge. Basically, whoever runs out of time first loses the fight. The only thing that's not really fair, I don't think, is that he doesn't really have an HP bar, but we still do. If our HP bar goes down, we die, but there's no HP bar that we can get him down all the way, which is why, you know, I don't think it's exactly fair. Luckily, if we do damage to Xigbar, his damage or his time bar seems to go down a little bit faster than our time bar goes down if he hits us. But I might as well go ahead and turn into limit form, and while we're getting recording turbulence live, we've never gotten recording turbulence, I never have anyway, during recording. If you're not familiar, I call lag like that recording turbulence. Usually though, it only happens when my recording program messes up and not the emulator itself. I think that's the first time in the entire game that it has messed up. But now he's gone into his little card form. He only had 3 there to choose from, so that was pretty easy. And another thing, another good reason to turn into limit form in this fight is limit form has an attack. I think it's called Zantetsuken. I'm not sure how you would really pronounce it. It was also an attack in Rechain of Memories, which is kind of funny that I bring this up now because, of course, Rechain of Memories had a lot to do with card fighting, but it does a lot of damage. It's the single strongest combo finisher in the entire game in Rechain and Final Mix, and I think it was really weak in Rechain of Memories. All it did in Rechain of Memories was, I think, strike some cards out of the person's deck permanently, which was actually a really good thing to use back then. I just never really used it. And speaking of Rechain of Memories, I still have the bonus episodes for that in the works. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because it takes absolutely forever to get 100% in that game. But here Luxord is going into his like limit break kind of attack is what I consider it anyway. All you really can do, or all I know to do anyway, is just run away and hopefully he won't do so much damage. Luckily, though, his time bar is really low, and if we can just dodge through all of this stuff, it appears that aerial dodging works really well. I've never really been good at this, especially in Final Mix. Well, I guess I'm just going to get it wrong. In Final Mix, like, the X and circle buttons are messed up, so I didn't really know to go to... It said pick circle commands or whatever. I didn't know if it actually meant circle or X. I mean, it might be kind of obvious to you guys, but in the middle of a heat of battle, I wasn't really sure. But as soon as we get out of this dice form... By the way, I should probably mention that you cannot do damage while you are a die. We're probably going to be able to finish him off. One more combo attack or one more combo finisher here should be enough to take him out. And there we go. I thought maybe we were about to lose there. We were dangerously low in HP in that die form, but we got a maximum HP increase and an upgrade to our magnet spell.
How could you, Roxas?
That's Sora!
You okay?
Yeah, no worries. Let's keep moving.
You know, I'm glad Luxord is gone. He was always one of my least favorite organization members. Some of the other ones I really like. Axel, I really didn't want to see Axel go, but Luxord, I could take him or leave him. You know, I could have sworn that was going to be a cutscene there, but I guess not. Over here, though, we're going to be fighting the Luna Diviner, which I don't think we've seen this boss referred to as that in this game so far, but we've definitely seen this character pretty recently, actually.
Only you could have made it this far in one piece, Roxas.
That's really getting old.
Yeah, he's Sora.
Different name, same fate.
You know, you might not believe me, but I think this might just be the hardest fight with an organization member in the entire game. Mainly because of his, like, limit break or whatever, kind of like the analog to Luxord's card limit break thing that I talked about just a few minutes ago. But he has this little thing that he does when he gets low on HP, kind of like Xigbar did, that does a lot of damage, and it is extremely hard to dodge. But that Berserk bar in the top left, you want to do as much damage as possible, and I'm kind of surprised that I did not go into anti-form right there. It would have been okay if I did, though, because anti-form does do a lot of damage, but you want to do as much damage as possible before that Berserk meter fills up there in the top left, and I like how I'm talking faster as the Berserk meter starts to fill up faster. I just noticed that. But anyway, when the Berserk meter fills all the way up, you do extremely low amounts of damage to Saïx, but even if you could do a lot of damage, he doesn't, like, get staggered or whatever. As you can see, you can't even hardly do damage. I thought you could do a little bit, but it didn't look like it did any damage there. But even if you could do damage, he does a lot of strong attacks like he's doing right now. If you get stuck in that combo, you pretty much just do that. You get stuck in the combo, and he does a lot of damage. He also has a tendency to just keep bouncing you up in the air and just doing damage over and over. One thing you can do to get his Berserk meter to go down a lot faster is to smack him, as I'm doing right now, with his little, I'm not even sure what you would call that. I think it's actually called a Claymore. That weapon he's using, I'm pretty sure, is called a Claymore anyway. But it looks like his Berserk meter is unfairly filling up extremely quickly right now. Might as well do as much damage as I can, though. We're probably going to be able to get him to at least, yeah, we're getting him down to like a half a life bar, I guess you could say. Unfortunately, he's probably going to go crazy and do those attacks that I was talking about. Usually he will when he gets under 1 HP bar, which is what I said with Xigbar, and he did it right on cue, but it doesn't look like Saix wants to play along here. If I can get one of these Claymores and smack him into submission like I have been, okay, well, never mind. I guess he's going to go ahead and do his limit break. What I like to do is, if possible, grab one of the Claymores and just zoom around, because you move around extremely quickly. I cannot believe how, I mean, I'm close to dying right now, but I was going to say, I can't believe how little damage I am taking. I think aerial dodge might just be one of the most underrated abilities in the entire game, because as I used it, it was like reflecting damage away from me, and I didn't take that much damage. But if I can smack him into submission here, this fight will probably be over. Apparently, one smack is not enough, and I'm going to have to wait for that bar to go all the way down. I had to turn into Valor Form there because I thought he was going to kill me. Luckily, I did turn into Valor Form, though, and not Anti-Form in this case, because is he really going to do this attack again? I was going to say, it's a good thing I turned into Valor Form in that case, because I would be able to revert and heal myself in the middle of a limit break. If I had turned into Anti-Form right there, I have no doubt in my mind that I would either be dead right now or about to die, because I don't think Second Chance and all that really applies when you're in Anti-Form. Luckily, though, he is out of his little Berserk thing. We do need to do a little bit of damage here. I don't know why I turned into Valor Form right there. He doesn't really have that much HP. so it was kind of unnecessary. I think it might have just been out of habit or something at this point. And the Berserk meter is filling up. Might as well revert and go ahead and use a Thundaga to finish him off. I cannot believe how close we came to dying right there. I think that might have just been the closest to dying I have been in the entire Let's Play so far. But luckily we got an HP increase, so maybe we won't have that problem coming up.
Why? Kingdom Hearts. Where is my heart?
I don't get it. Why has everybody been calling me Roxas?
Because, Sora. Roxas is your nobody.
My... nobody? But that's crazy. I never turned into a heart... Oh. Right.
It was when you came to rescue me. Remember?
Xemnas was the one who found Roxas. He could use the Keyblade because he was your nobody. That's why Xemnas brought him into the organization. But Roxas betrayed them. After that, I fought him because I thought it would help you wake up. I lost. But the next time we met, I made sure I was the stronger one.
悪あがきを。
どうしたソラ、もう終わりか？だらしないな。
え、なんだよ、負けてるのはそっちのくせに。
やっぱりあいつのノーバディか。ディーズを信じるしかないな。
あいつがどうしたってんだ。俺は俺だ。俺なんだ。何度やってもお前の負けだ。
だろうな。あれをやるしかないらしい。
何？
俺の心に宿る力。心の力で抑えた力。たとえ俺が俺でなくなっても。
闇の力だ。彼は空を感じていた。
空が憎いとでも言ったのかね。ざれ言だな。ノーバディに感情など存在しない。
空に会えたら変わっていたかもしれない。
Maybe I didn't need to fight him after all. I think he left the organization because he really wanted to meet you.
Roxas. I wish I could meet him too.
All right, let's go.
Well, now the cat is out of the bag. Roxas is sore as nobody. I think pretty much everybody knew that, just like, you know, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. But it kind of means something more when the characters themselves tell you that Roxas is sore as nobody. And I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure no one's going to talk here. They already got me with that once. But yeah, I'm not really even sure if I realized that Roxas was sore as nobody the first time I played the game, which was kind of, you know, I was 8 or so when I played the game the first time. And you have to admit that Kingdom Hearts does have kind of a convoluted story, which is easy to make out once you've played all the games, but before that, it is a little bit confusing.
Ansem?
I'm a fool. I spent years studying the workings of the heart. Yet it seems I still haven't learned a thing.
What do you mean?
The process of encoding hearts is incalculable. The inhabitants of my twilight town were data created from real hearts. I was convinced that they would think and behave the way I had envisioned, but I couldn't have been more wrong. A heart is so much more than any system. I saw it when Roxas and Kairi crossed paths. I knew, but I was too stubborn to accept it. It's always the same. I try to wrap my mind around things my heart already knows, only to fail. While I was trying to bring Sora back, I had so many plans in store. But once Sora was an acting force, they fell apart. All my research amounted to nothing compared with that one boy's heart.
Ansem, a machine!
All the more proof that hearts cannot be contained by data. Run, my friend. It's going to self-destruct, and anything could happen.
But, Your Majesty!
Sora, the rest is up to you. And Roxas, I doubt you can hear me, but I am sorry.
Ansem!
My heart is telling me what I must do. Please allow me to do what it says.
No! Riku!
His heart's decided. We can't change that.
I was wondering who would dare interfere with my Kingdom Hearts. And look, here you all are. How convenient for me. Ansem the Wise. You look pathetic.
Have your laugh. I deserve as much for failing to see you for the fool you are.
Students do take after their teachers. Only a fool would be your apprentice. After all, none of this would have happened without you. You are the source of all Heartless. It was your research that inspired me to go further than you ever dared.
I admit, my disregard brought chaos to more worlds than one. But what were you seeking? You erased me from the world, only to take my name and continue research better left forgotten. Is this the answer you've been looking for?
All that and more. I'm carrying on what you yourself began, and I'm creating a brand new world, one heart at a time. I thought you'd praise me, but all you ever do is hold me back. I understand, though. Unlike me, you have a heart. and you're powerless to control it. Consumed by the jealousy you feel toward the student who surpassed you.
Xehanort, foolish apprentice of a foolish man. You have surpassed nothing, only proved how little we both know. We may profess to know the heart, but its essence is beyond our reach. We're both ignorant, as oblivious as when we began. I'm afraid that any world you try to create, any world of yours, would be an empire of ignorance. That is why you and your creation are destined to fall. We've said enough. Riku, you know what to do. King Mickey, my friend, forgive me. Farewell.
Riku! Riku!
Wow!
Riku!
Ansem did say anything could happen.
Riku, you gonna take that off?
Oh.
What was that?
His eyes couldn't lie.
Lie? And just who were you trying to fool? Huh? Huh?
Myself.
Riku, come on, man. Why did you try to do so much on your own? You've got friends, like us.
Have you forgotten? I'll tell you why. 'Cause I'm not a total sap like you.
Say that again. What should we do, Riku?
We must defeat Xemnas. He's the organization's last survivor.
Right.
Come on.
Of all the characters I am definitely going to be leaving in my party, Riku is going to be the one. I would never take Riku out of my party. He has a lot of cool abilities that I hope to show off a little bit at least. But that cutscene right there where Riku took off the organization's robes. I was kind of disappointed because I think they look really cool, but it was really symbolic as well. He's leaving the darkness behind. I don't mean to make this English class again, but I really do like to think about stuff like that in games. I think more games need to do stuff like that, and I'm not even sure really if they meant it like that, but I'm sure they did. There are a lot of motifs in this game, you know, darkness, doors opening and stuff like that, but there are a lot of treasure chests in this area that are really kind of hard to collect with all of these enemies, you know, around me. I believe there are 4 in here that I need to collect, and that will be the final 4 in The World That Never Was, which would be the final 4 in the entire game, if not for those treasure chests in the Cavern of Remembrance that I mentioned in the last episode, I believe it was. Yeah, that was the last episode. This episode has been so long so far, I don't even remember what the last episode was. I'm pretty sure that it was Twilight Town. But up here, this is the final treasure chest in The World That Never Was, and we are on the final platform in this room, which means, probably anyway, that through this door there's going to be a cutscene.
Sora! Riku!
There's gonna be no end to this. Together we can stop them.
Be gone from here. Leave these creatures to us.
But there's no way we could take them all.
I will be sending them after Xemnas. Or perhaps you would rather fight them yourself.
Frankly, my dear, I'd rather run!
Off with you then.
Well, if it ain't the Boat Boy King.
Time to weigh anchor, Captain Pete.
What, like abandoned ship? I don't think so.
Sora, your majesty, do not forget, when I've destroyed them all, this castle shall be mine!
Now looky here. Opportunities like this don't come along every day, you know. Bring 'em on!
We gotta hurry.
But...
they're doing what their hearts command. We can't interfere.
Of all the people I never expected to get help from, I think Pete and Maleficent, especially Maleficent, are 2 of the people highest up on that list. But up here in the Altar of Naught, we're going to be meeting up with the prime antagonist of this game.
Oh, my Kingdom Hearts. Ruined. Now, I'll have to start all over again. Warriors of the Keyblade, go forth and bring me more hearts.
No!
Denizens of light, answer this. Why do you hate the darkness?
Huh, we don't hate it. It's just kinda scary. But the world's made of light and darkness. You can't have one without the other, 'cause darkness is half of everything. Sort of makes you wonder why we are scared of the dark.
It's because of who's lurking inside it.
Then allow me another question. You accept darkness, yet choose to live in the light. So why is it that you loathe us who teeter on the edge of nothing? We who were turned away by both light and dark, never given a choice.
That's simple. It's because you mess up our world.
That may be. However, what other choice might we have had?
Just give it a rest. You're nobodies. You don't even exist. You're not sad about anything.
Very good. You don't miss a thing. I cannot feel sorrow. No matter what misery befalls the worlds, no matter what you think, what you feel, or how you exist.
Guys!
Now here we have the first stage of the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2. We got here a lot faster than I thought we would in only 41 episodes, the 41st of which being over an hour long at this point. But much like Raychan and Memories, there is a boss fight at the end of the game that is more than one stage, and actually kind of like the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 as well. This boss fight is more than one stage. There are actually a couple more after this that we will worry about later on. But this reaction command right here is actually 3 stages itself, and the final one is called Final, I believe, which I'm going to try and go for here. You have to wait to get to it, and I missed it, of course. If you get that final reaction command right there, usually it will deal so much damage to Xemnas that the fight would have probably been over very quickly, but I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, and if he does that reaction command again, I don't think I'm going to go for the final part of the reaction command. I think I'll go for the breakthrough, or even the first one. I'm not sure if I've made that clear. Basically, each stage right there will do a different amount of damage if you can do it, but the final stage of the reaction command you can do is only available for like a tenth of a second or something like that, I have to believe. But overall, Xemnas in the first form is really not that hard, but I really like about it. Might as well go ahead and turn into limit form here to do some extra damage and to heal myself. But I really like his ethereal blades, which are the, the red lightsaber looking things. And speaking of lightsabers, I've heard rumors, of course they're completely rumors, Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't even like in development as far as I know, but Disney acquired Star Wars. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if there is some sort of like Star Wars connotation? Actually, I take this all back, it wouldn't be that cool at all. I was gonna say if there was some connotation to Xemnas' lightsaber looking blades and Star Wars. It took all of 3 seconds for me to realize that that would probably not be a good idea, but here we are doing that reaction command again. I'm kind of surprised that I don't think I've ever had this happen twice in one fight. Maybe it's because it's on critical, and usually I have the fight over with by now, but I got the breakthrough, which is the second part of that reaction command. It does a little bit less damage, but since he had so much, or so little HP anyway, one more combo was enough to finish him off, and for that we get an HP and an MP increase. I believe those are our final HP and MP increases in the entire game that we're going to be getting.
Sora! Where are you?
Sora! Answer me!
You're okay!
Where's Xemnas?
Hear me, Kingdom Hearts. It seems we must begin anew. Ah, but know this. I will give to you as many hearts as it takes. Mark my words. You can no more be complete without me than I without you. Heed me, Kingdom Hearts. Lend me your power so that we may be complete. The power to erase the fools that hinder us.
Goodness! No!
Hearts quivering with hatred.
Xemnas! Don't!
Hearts burning with rage.
You never win!
Hearts scarred by envy. That fool Ansem said the heart's true nature was beyond his understanding. But it's not beyond mine. Hearts are the source of all power.
Xemnas! You can't hide from us!
We're not gonna let him get away now!
Look at that!
What's going on?
Kingdom Hearts.
Let's go. Xemnas must be inside.
The worlds gave us this doorway. They want us to be the guardians of their destiny.
Once we go through, there's no turning back. It's victory or oblivion. So, Sora, are you ready?
So apparently the worlds themselves are on our side. I think they should be after all the help that we've given them. But we are going to finally end this episode here. My voice is entirely giving out. I'm pretty sure this episode is over an hour long at this point. So much happened in this episode that I really don't think I even have time to discuss it all. I think what I might want to do is maybe after this Let's Play is over, like do a plot summary type video of the game full of cutscenes and just discussion and all kinds of stuff. But as for this episode, guys, it is over. In the next episode, I'm not actually going to be going through the door. What I'm going to do is pretty much go back around to the worlds that still have stuff we need to do, like especially in Radiant Garden, there's a lot of stuff we need to do. There's a lot of stuff everywhere that we still need to do. But after all that, we're going to be going into that door. I want to thank you guys for watching this marathon session of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and I hope to see you guys back for the next episode.